Okay, guys, I've got one for you. How many of you have wanted to do something to be involved in anything that you thought you couldn't do just because you were in a wheelchair or had some kind of cripness? I've got one for you. I'm a born crip as opposed to a made crip that had an accident or got sick and got in a wheelchair for that reason. And there's not really a whole hell of a lot of difference in the two. So when I bring them up, that's only to explain that born crips, that's all we know. We know about being in a wheelchair, and we know about reachers and potty chairs and cathing and all the stuff that has just always been since day one. And that includes not walking. But I've got one for you. I have got the distinction of being able to say that I taught my younger sister how to walk. So here's the story. When Kat was a baby, she would pull up on the back of my chair, and I would go really, really slow. And there was a bed on the back of my chair. It was called the Turbo. And that chair was badass. It was like a forklift. I could go up and down and get off onto the floor. The only problem with it was some dilly decided that those chairs should have circuit breakers. So if you pushed it so far, the circuit breakers popped and you had to reset them. But that was really the only problem with that chair. Anyways, so I would go really, really slow, and my sister would hold on to the bed of that chair, and she would toggle. And we got to do that. I did that for weeks, over and over with her, because she just thought that was the coolest thing to be able to pull up on the back of my chair. And so I got to be involved in her learning how to walk. Now, I've told you before that my sister and I, there is a 9-year difference, but we are really, really close. When we were growing up, if she couldn't sleep, they would put her in my arms and I would sing her to sleep. We played on the floor, we crawled, we did everything. So it was a real big thing for me to be able to do this with her when she was learning to walk. Now, mind you, I've never walked. I've walked. Did braces for a while, and that's okay and everything, but it didn't feel natural. So I kind of gave it up, which I you know, you just go in and out of things, and that's the way that is. So, and of course, Kat eventually outgrew walking behind my chair, but then she would learn how to climb onto the bed of the truck, and she would stand on my chair, and I would take her around for rides. So, I mean, it just progressed. And but what happened was she had an accident, and she got hurt where she had to wear a cast. So I actually got the chance to teach her twice how to walk, because after that cast, she had to take it to essentially start from square one. So my point is that don't let your cripness prohibit you from doing those life lessons with your siblings, your kids, whatever, because there is a way, and you can matter. So I know this is a real short one, but I want to leave you with that story, because I'm 42 now, and I've held that for a long time, and it's always meant something to me, because I mean, I can honestly say I taught my sister to walk, and I've never honestly done it. So, guys, have a good afternoon, and be good to each other, and of course, we love you.